Hello everybody, welcome back to Magic I Do, and today I have two really cool card controls. And I will start with the simple version and then go to the advanced one, because both of them are very similar. One is a little bit more tactical and I feel a little bit more professional, but both of them do the same thing, which is bring a card from the middle either to the top or to the bottom of the pack. So let's get right into it. The most basic one, and one that I think everybody should know, is when you take a card, you cut the deck with your thumb, place it inside, and you can select if it goes to the top or to the bottom. Right now, it went to the top. Now we can do the same thing, just place the card inside, and we can make it also come to the bottom of the deck. This card control is very simple, and I think most people know it. For everybody that doesn't, I think this is an essential, and I will teach you how to do it. So let's get right into it. So first and foremost, for this card control, we're gonna need a random card selected by the audience. Let's take, in this case, this card, the 8 of spades. What you're gonna tell the audience now is that you're gonna cut this card into the middle of the deck. What you can do is you can either riffle or you can just cut, whatever you prefer. At this point, you're gonna take the card and insert it right here in the middle. It looks fair and square, and this is really what it is. Now this is where the move actually really starts. You can control this card to the bottom or to the top from this position. But let me show you first what I mean and how the trick looks like. What we're gonna do now is, after we inserted it, when we make it flush with the deck, we are actually gonna get a break. We're gonna push it in, put a little bit of pressure on it, and have a break. At this point, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the bottom cards to the top, with the card, of course, staying on the top. So one more time, and I will just leave the card face up so you can see what I'm doing, is I would place it in the middle, put some pressure, and now I can make one cut or two cuts to get the card back onto the top. Last time, cut it right into the middle, apply pressure, get a break, and I can just make one cut, or I can make a couple of cuts, as long as the card stays on top. Now this is already how we get it to the top. Now let's see how we can bring this card to the bottom. Same steps. We place it in the middle and we're gonna apply pressure. Except this time we don't apply pressure to the bottom, but to the top. Once we apply pressure to the top, we get the card to the bottom side. So if we fulfill the cut, the card is on the bottom. This means that in this trick you have to think the opposite. When you place the card inside, if you put downwards pressure, the card will go to the top of the deck. If you put upwards pressure, it will go to the bottom of the deck. Now this is the absolute basic trick. Now let's get into the advanced version. The advanced version is very similar, except that you place the card actually in the front of the deck, which in my opinion looks a little bit cleaner and a little bit professional. Like this, you can show them one more time the card, you can show them you've put it flush, give it also a few cuts, and at the same time, the card will come back to the top. I think this is a little bit of a cleaner version. You can really show the card go in very straight, and yeah, it's just a little bit of a more professional way in my opinion. So let's get into how it's done. Again, for this trick, the same basic principle applies as from the first trick, except of course we put it in the front. What we do from this point on is we do nothing else than get this card from the front pretty much to the back to have the same setup as before. And how we do it is, when we square the card in, and I will leave a very exposed angle, is we square it up probably 2/3 of the way straight, and then out jog it, just like so. From this point, we're gonna use our thumb to pull the card back, and we're gonna have it out jogged in the back. And from here we can go into the normal routine of cutting it back to the top. So one more time, I'm gonna do it a little bit more excessively, is 2/3 of the way, a little bit more, and then you go sideways. Now this is of course a very open angle, and you would never go that much, but just so you can get a better glance. From this point, your right hand is going to cover the rest of the action, and the left hand is going to do all the work. What you're going to do with your thumb is you're going to push it more to the side, just like so, and with your pinky you're going to push it back and straighten it out. Do you see that we're now in the same position as before? Let's do this one more time. We place it in the front, halfway in, straighten it, put it to the side. With this one, push it more back, straighten it out, and here we have our break. Now the best way to do this trick, in my opinion, is if you want to show the card. So you put it up and say, hey, look one more time. And when you go down, this is when you put it a little bit sideways so it doesn't look weird. So you show them how it goes straight and then you put it sideways. And you try to cover it from the right angle. It was very exposed, but in full motion, as you can see, it goes in. You show the card one last time, and just like so, it comes back to the top. Guys, I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe, like, and see you in the next one. Peace out.